Happy Sunday, and today's conversation is a big one. This week, the Walt Disney Company and OpenAI announced a landmark agreement that could fundamentally change how we experience Disney storytelling and how we, as fans, interact with the characters we grew up with. And I want to be very clear up front, this isn't just a tech headline, it's a Disney history moment. Because for the first time ever, Disney is officially licensing its characters, 200 of them, plus, into a generative video platform called Sora. I'm sure you guys have heard of Sora by now. There's a lot of celebrities taking to Sora, allowing you to create videos in their likeness. I see it as a huge opportunity for basically free marketing. Disney's investing a lot of money into this today. So today we're going to talk about what this deal really means, why it's exciting, and why it makes some fans uneasy. And then we'll shift gears into something equally exciting, the 2026 Epcot International Festival of Arts, including returning fan favorite artists, major Disney legends making an appearance, and a brand new Gideon's Bakehouse booth featuring our fan favorite Michael Reyes. Stick with me. I want your thoughts in the comments on all of this. Let me know. So here's our first headline, right? Disney and OpenAI have entered into a 3-year licensing agreement. What does that mean in plain English? Fans will be able to use Sora to generate short, user-prompted social videos using Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, characters, environments, costumes, props, vehicles. We're talking about Mickey and Minnie, Lilo and Stitch, Ariel, Belle, Cinderella, Simba, Mufasa, Baymax, Encanto, Frozen, Moana, Inside Out, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Zootopia, Marvel characters like Iron Man, Loki, Thor, Groot, Star Wars icons like Darth Vader, Luke, Princess Leia, The Mandalorian, Yoda. Yes, some of these fan-created Sora videos, they're going to be curated and streamed by Disney right on the Disney Plus platform. That alone is mind-blowing to me, right? You can create a video on Sora, publish it, and if it gets enough views, Disney's going to pick that up and stream it on Disney Plus. That is a huge opportunity for creators utilizing AI to be able to integrate and be part of Disney history. We see it a lot with the content creators in the parks. I know a lot of people don't like content creators in the parks. They don't like the live streams, they don't like the videos, and other people love it. I didn't get into being a content creator, doing Disney content to make money. I did it to share my experiences with all of you, and help you to see some of what I see in the parks, and hopefully it helps you to have a better trip when you're there. Food reviews, stuff like that. Maybe, we all have different opinions, but it's all marketing, right? We go to the parks and we create videos and put them all over the place, and that's a huge marketing thing for Disney, basically for free. This isn't free, and we'll get to that. Obviously with this, Disney's not just testing the waters here. Disney's becoming a major customer of OpenAI, using OpenAI APIs to build tools and experiences for Disney Plus, deploying ChatGPT internally with Disney employees, and get this, they've invested $1 billion in OpenAI to create this, with options to buy more. This isn't Disney planting a flag. This is Bob Iger saying, this matters enough, we're all in. Now here's where the fandom gets split. Disney and OpenAI are emphasizing responsible AI. No talent likeness, no voices, strong safeguards, age-appropriate controls, and respect for creators' rights. They are calling this human-centered AI. But let me ask you something, and I want honest answers in the comments. Does this feel like Disney's giving fans creative power, or slowly creating human creativity with AI? Because on one hand, this puts imagination directly into fans' hands. It allows kids, families, and creators like myself to play with storytelling using Disney characters. It can inspire the next generation of animators and artists, but on the other hand, where does original fan art fit into the future? Where do independent Disney artists land? And does this elevate creativity or automate it? Maybe the biggest question of all is, if Walt Disney were here today, would he see this as the next evolution of storytelling, or a line that needs careful guarding? It's not an easy answer. I'd like to hear from you though. What do you think about the potential of the AI future with Disney? Now let's talk about what this could potentially mean for Disney parks and experiences. And let me think bigger. If Disney's comfortable letting fans create short-form character videos, could future Magic Band interactions with AI characters? Could park photos evolve into custom animated moments? Could Disney Plus subscribers get personalized character stories? Could Epcot, the park built on innovation, become the testing ground? This feels like a start of something much larger than social videos. And whether that excites you or scares you, I want to know why. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this and how this evolution of OpenAI and the potential of AI in the parks comes across to you. Now, we're going to shift into something that brings pure joy every year, the Epcot International Festival of Arts, returning January 16th to February 23rd, 2026, and this year's artist lineup is stacked. Let me tell you, I'm excited. I've got some information that potentially wasn't supposed to get out there, and then Disney released it themselves. And some of the new items taking place, potentially they thought they were gonna hold on to that information and then surprise their fans, and Disney leaked it. So we're gonna get into that. But just to name a few appearances that are taking place this year: Tony Baxter, Disney legend, Imagineering icon, definite must-see. Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle. Jasmine Becket-Griffith, if you haven't seen her Strangeling art, I believe that she has signed an agreement, or past tense signed an agreement with Disney. She's doing a lot of Disney inspired art. I just seen recently that she has a Jack Skellington and Sally portrait that she's done that's going to be available at Festival of Arts. Definitely buying that. I will be there. Josie Tsao, Fine Arts by Noah, Scooter. This is one of the years you just can't stumble into Epcot and hope for the best. Planning is going to matter. But I want to know in the comments, who do you plan to see this year? Brett Iwan's going to be there, the voice of Mickey Mouse. Forgot about him. Which artist is a must-see for you every year? For me, it's Michael Reyes. I started going to Gideon's, fell in love with the artwork at Gideon's, started buying the artwork from Gideon's, and then when I met Michael, fell in love with Michael as a person. Michael is an amazing human being, and the way that he treats his fans and how he makes sure that he gives them the attention, undivided attention, when they're meeting him, speaks volumes to what an amazing human being he is. And I already loved his artwork, but him as a person amplified that love, not only for the artwork, but for him as a human being as well. And anything and everything I can do to ever support him I will always do. And I love meeting him, going to see him. So for me, that's a must-see every year. Tony Baxter, probably gonna definitely get in line for that one. I wouldn't mind seeing Paige as well. And now I want to talk about something new this year, and I'm very curious as to what they're gonna do. Gideon's Bakehouse has started a booth, and Michael Reyes has gone from his prior booth to his new booth at Gideon's Bakehouse. This is huge for Gideon's Bakehouse, and also fascinating. Michael Reyes has been a part of the festival for years, but now he has his own dedicated booth at the Gideon's Bakehouse. So here's where my curiosity kicks in. What exactly are we going to see at the Gideon's booth? Will it be entirely Gideon's branded artwork and characters? Will we see exclusive Gideon's merch? Or will Michael also showcase his wider body of work, Terribly Odd and Mr. Eyes? To me, it's an exciting change. I think it provides a lot of opportunity for Michael to really grow. It gives him his own booth, but I really am curious as if, like the Disney showcase at Disney Springs that we've seen right around the early holiday that I went to a few weeks back, it was all Michael Reyes art because he is the art director and the mastermind behind all of Gideon's artwork, but it was only Gideon's released art. It wasn't any of Terribly Odd, it wasn't anything from Mr. Eyes, it was Gideon's themed. Everything that you see on the menus, the trading cards, the prints, that was the artwork that we seen. So my curiosity really has me wondering if that will be a Gideon's only artwork, or if we'll get to see all of Michael's artwork all across the board and be able to purchase Mr. Eyes, Terribly Odd, Gideon's, and then are they going to have merchandise? Is it just going to be art, or are we going to see a whole bunch of new Gideon's merchandise? So I have a lot of questions. I'm excited and I can't wait to go and see exactly what's going on. The Festival of Art is one of my favorite festivals. Hands down, I love going and seeing the live painting, chalk art galleries, checking out all the stuff that they've got going on. And to me, it's not about just buying art. It's about watching creativity happen in real time. And in a week where Disney announces one of the most advanced AI storytelling partnerships in history, there's something powerful about standing at Epcot, watching a human artist paint characters by hand. So let's bring this home. Are you excited about Disney partnering with OpenAI? Or cautiously optimistic? Or do you hate it? Let me know. Do you see Sora as a creative tool or a slippery slope? Who are you lining up to meet at Festival of the Arts? For me, definitely going to see Michael Reyes. It works out awesome. His appearances both fall on my travel weekends for work. So I have to figure out which weekend I'm going to go, because I definitely want to get over to Disneyland for Lunar New Year. So my thought process is Lunar New Year at the end of January, middle of February, head over to Festival of the Arts, and then back out to Disneyland for Food and Wine Festival at California Adventure. And last but not least, what do you hope to see inside that Gideon's booth? Are we going to see treats, cookies? Do you really think they could keep up with the demand of cookies at the booth inside of Epcot as well as the store? Or is it going to all just be artwork? Let me know. Drop your comments below. I really want to hear what you have to say. I did have a question that I want to answer back in my first Sunday chat. It was, how do I plan my trips to Disney? Really, I don't. Everything is on a whim. Just like this, I've been waiting for the dates on when Michael Reyes was going to be making appearances at Festival of the Arts. Now that I know what those dates are, like I said, I'm probably going to do Lunar New Year first. go in February to Fest of the Arts, and then bounce back to Food and Wine Festival out at California Adventure. Had the dates fallen different, I would have prioritized my trips to make sure that I was there on certain dates. If that meant missing Lunar New Year to make sure I got out to see Michael, I would have done that over going to Lunar New Year. It worked out in my favor that he's going to be making appearances on both of the weekends that I travel, so it kind of made it easy for me to just figure out the decisions. But normally that's what I just do, is look at what the schedules are, see what fits my travel rotation. I get to travel every 3 weeks for a weekend, so whatever festival or special event is going on, I try to plan where I go based on that, so that way it's just not a regular weekend in the parks. I'm actually going for a special event, so I can bring you guys that information. And other than that, if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, share it with a fellow Disney fan, make sure you're subscribed, and don't miss what's coming next, because whether it's cutting edge technology or a paintbrush in Epcot, the future of Disney storytelling is unfolding right in front of us. Keep up the Sunday chats, and pretty soon I'll be bringing you Lunar New Year, Festival of Arts, Food and Wine, and probably Flower and Garden after that. And I'm working on a trip to Vegas, so can't wait to bring it to you. See you next Sunday. Thanks.